Broadcasting live from the Schwabel Room. Beat down Brown. Eddie B.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. Dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty.
Yeah. Dirty 30. Beat down Brown. My man Special Ed in the building.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Representing
Yes, sir.
Crooklyn style.
Love
How
that
you
joint,
doing,
man.
brother? Oh, come on, man.
I'm
Classic,
present, man.
classic
I'm
joint,
present.
man.
How about yourself, fam? How we feeling?
Man, I'm excellent, man. A little bit tired, but you know that's a little bit of itis cracking. The wife hooked up. Wonderful brunch.
Yes,
I
sir.
said, it's like I gotta go on air in a second. You up there about to put a brother to sleep, man.
Well, let's get it cracking then, man. Let's get you going.
Hey, man. So crazy topic right here. Talk about getting into some extra stuff. Something that really, in full honesty, should have been for a long time. You know, people might laugh at it, but you look at Winter Olympics, look at X Games with alternative sports that basically became the headliner of the sport.
Yes.
Breakdancing is coming to the Summer Olympics, man.
It's gonna be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The world stage.
And I mean, what's nuts is people like breakdancing coming to the Summer Olympics. Dog, do you understand what kind of shape you have to be in to complete these moves?
This is going to take over. This is going to be, the sleeper of this Summer Olympics. Not the girls track and field, not the dream team, not the all-star dream team again. You got KD, LeBron, Steph, pretty much everybody but Kyrie is going to the damn Olympics, which I still don't understand. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
Mhm.
Back to the breakdancing. Dude, you see these little kids over in China and over in Asia, whatever? Just
Man,
come on, man.
I'm already sick about it because for an art that started in the hood here, between Japan, China, and France,
forget about it. I don't think nobody in the States is gonna place.
No, and I mean, shout out to Sonny Choi, B girl Sonny, and Victor Montalvo, B-boy Victor. Shout out to him, and there's still 2 more open slots on the US team right now. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they dope. I'm sure they fresh. You know, it is what it is. But boy, because like I watch Red Bull 1, I watch all those different dance competitions, the B-boy competition. I mean, because you got dance competitions like
that's different.
what is it, the Les Twins and all like that. Go crazy at the World of Dance and all that other stuff. And those are fire, you know what I'm saying, with the cats popping and all that stuff and doing the you know what I'm saying, the coordinated dance like that. But boy.
I should have did more research and try to figure out what are the criterias, group, individual, like how they're going to break this whole thing down.
Well, what they said in the article is the only thing that they have marked right now is there's a female competition and there's a male competition. They didn't say anything about whether it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, 4. So being that they have 4 spots, that it's going to be a case of it's only, 4 individuals, so 2 and 2 competing. I don't know if it's going to be that way or if they're going to do a group effort on it or whether there's going to be they only said 2, so they didn't break it up that like, okay, it's going to be more. But during Tokyo, they had added surfing, skateboarding, and sport climbing. So, and I mean, come on, it's been time for skateboarding to be added because I mean, when you look at the fact of
The X
Um,
Games, man, alone.
the X
Yeah,
Games was huge, but even on top of the X Games being huge, looking at the Winter Olympics with half pipe and all that other stuff, it's like, come
yeah,
on now, this
yeah,
is it's the thing. But like I said, with the amount of physical ability that you have to do, you're doing head spins, windmills, freezes,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I've seen dudes do stuff like go from what is it? I know somebody's gonna call me out on it. Was it a 1990? The full spin on one hand when your feet is kicked out, go from that into a backspin, into a handstand, and then keep it going. It's the dog, the
The game
physical
didn't change,
nature,
man.
the game.
The game didn't change, man. I remember trying to find, when somebody get a new refrigerator or a stove and get that cardboard and try to
Uh-huh.
make sure you don't, do a backspin with those big ass staples inside that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That we come from that era to now, like you said, this whatever that move was, it's unheard of, man. It's like something like they AI'd that move, but yet they're actually doing it in real time. That's what these kids look like these days. Like, man, that ain't real. You can't
Yeah.
do that in no club. You'll never see that in no damn club. But these kids are on another level with this
I,
shit, and I can't wait to see. And again, me personally speaking, I don't think nobody from the States is gonna place.
I no man.
Sorry.
I'm watching them little
Sorry.
kids over in China
Mm-hmm.
that was sitting down. I'm talking about little. I'm talking about like 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they up there getting it,
Mm-hmm.
doing everything, like doing full
Mm-hmm.
out windmills, doing full
Mm-hmm.
out head spins and those stop slides where they go up with the stop slides on their heads with no hands.
This is going to steal the whole Olympics. This is going to be the sleeper cell that's going to come
Mm-hmm.
out and and destroy everybody else's expectations for this Olympics. Man, it's not going to be track and field. It's not going to be basketball. It's not going to be any of that shit. It's going to
Yeah.
be the breakdancing because everybody's going to be. I want to see the ratings on that alone compared to the other sports.
Yeah, because even let's be honest with it, even if they don't get it here,
Mm-hmm.
overseas, they
Mm-hmm.
already on it.
Yeah,
So overseas, they out there like,
mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I know what this kid can do. I've been watching them at all these competitions and blah blah blah.
Right.
I know what this dude right here can do. Whatever. I want to know what kind of judges are you going to have for this? Like,
Good question. Great
because
question.
you can't have your same old school stuffy judges. Out there like, okay, I give that a 3.5 on that right there.
Right.
The technical acumen of no, you got to understand this. You got to flow with it. It's like I want to see because when I say I literally was watching one of the Red Bull competitions recently, and this one dude, it wasn't so much that he was a breaker as he was a locker, and
Okay.
his isolation skills, like he was up there, he was like basically hitting every note of the beat with a move.
I saw it and it was unreal.
Yeah,
It was
and
unreal how
the
he was
crowd
on it.
reactions,
Yeah.
to him hitting every
Every
doggone note.
every note, not just the one and 3 or the 2 and the 4. He did the whole damn thing. He
Yeah.
0 to 100. He did
Had moves for a drum roll as different than a
everything.
horn hit and all like that. And the
Everything. I saw
crowd
that.
was losing it. I'm
Mhm.
like, yo, I mean, I understand when you get to the skateboard competitions and get the X Games like that, how the
Right.
crowds is a lot looser and a lot wilder there. I
Right.
need to see that crowd for that breakdance competition.
Yes. Yes.
And we over
again,
in Paris too.
Yeah.
This gonna be nutty.
I hope they don't judge like they do like the Grammys and shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to see who's picking what. It's just a committee. But I never had no intentions on watching. I don't think I watched the Olympic shit since the original Dream Team. It's been a minute since I checked in on the Olympics, but actually sat down and paid attention and watched it. It's been years.
The last time where I was fully invested, like literally sat down and just isolated to just the Olympics, that was when my wife's grandmother was still alive. So that was back I want to say that was the 2016 Olympics. I want to say, I don't want to say it was the 2012. I want to say it was 2016. She was at the house and we still Nah, it might have been 2012 because we still had cable, and they had the Olympic channels, and literally the TV for that week, whatever it was, didn't leave those channels. So we were watching everything, swimming, diving, all of that. We was watching that. So they might mess around. I don't know if they're gonna mess around and I'm actually gonna get cable for this, but
just stream it, watch it
we
somewhere.
gonna we you know, me and a certain network that provides that, we ain't giving nobody no credit till they sponsor us.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? But we might have to holler at each other and see what's cracking, so I can make sure that I can see what the B-boys is doing, man. The B-boys and the B-girls is doing, man.
It's gonna be all over social or whatever. But I know we're not necessarily on it like that, but it always find a way back to us somehow. And yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you, and you accidentally broke it down. Like, hold on, man, how they gonna run this? Is it gonna be group lockers, individual? Of course, male, female. Oh my God, I'm excited. I'm actually excited. Yeah. I want to see how this shapes up, because this isn't just the States. This is everybody.
The one thing I'll say is, in breakdancing, from my experience and looking at it, this is the one sport where I will say there is no gender breakdown and there's no age breakdown, because you can mess around and have a 10-year-old little girl from like the Ukraine,
Beijing,
from like the Ukraine, go and kill like a grown man from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. I can't think of the B girl's name, but I'm a fan of the band Jungle. And she was in, when she was real little, I think she's only like 5 or 6, was in their video back in the day. And I kept up on her actions, and she be up there killing cats. And like, I think at the oldest she can be is like, she's like 12 or something. And she be up there murdering cats, man. All the moves. Like she was
and b-boying and locking, doing all that shit. Anybody can get it. At any, like you said, anybody can get it. All they need is the right combination, and pretty much, bro. Yeah, somebody gonna make sure you rethink your next actions.
Yeah. Now the one way that the States can bring it back up, if we got a locking competition, I think y'all might be fucked.
Yeah,
states got it down, man. States got it down.
I'm looking at you, West Coast. I'm looking.
You know what I'm saying? If we go straight locking, y'all might be done there. Either at crumping,
man. That be coming. That might be next on the docket. As far as dance, because that's a whole nother beast. Between that.
Because I, at my old job, I had a homeboy. He got into juking, and he was introducing me to that world, and like, yo, check this out, check that out. And you got Memphis, you got everybody else, and so on.
Yeah,
the different forms that each area has, the artistic value of it, and like I said, still the body isolation and control that you have to have in this. Like, oh, you just dancing, you just kick. Nah, dog. And look, these say I will never compete. These right here say I never compete. And my man's wine of the week say that he might not be there either.
Not at all. I'll be there toasting. Like, there you go, kids. You got it. You got it. But sponsored by,
Exactly. It's man. You have to be in shape. I saw a big boy recently, dude, like twice my size, up there doing windmills and doing flips and like that, and doing headstands. I'm up there like, yo, this
talking about that
crazy.
That Memphis shit, that juking or whatever. But that dude Deuce, he's a big boy. Oh my God, he be getting it, man. You watch his highlights and be like, I like big boy. He nice with it. I don't know what he doing, but he nice. Whatever that is, he nice with it. Y'all get a chance, check out Deuce.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, we can go ahead and transition real quick. That was my fight alarm, letting me know it's about almost that time. But yeah, we go ahead on.
Yeah, man. So you brought up, after that, we got a new documentary coming down the pipeline right now. By the time the previous episode hits, it'll actually be on Hulu right now. But Young Jeezy messed around. My fault. Jeezy. He ain't young no more. He just Jeezy now. Hip Hop in the White House. music documentaries coming out, re-examining the policing of rap. And let's see if we can.
You got the trailer?
That's what I was about to say. I messed
Yeah.
around and didn't grab the trailer. I'm gonna grab that up real quick while we talking about it. But yeah, this is real wild that they even got into this, man. Because I mean, it is deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When they said the policing, I was up there like, oh, y'all going there,
Right.
y'all going there. But I'm feeling it and I'm understanding it. Let's see here. There we go.
Hip hop continues to speak truth to power.
Tupac, NWA, and those guys connected me because it was in the language that I speak.
Reagan's the father of crack cocaine as far as we're concerned.
For him to have the courage to say F the police was new, different.
The Clinton years, we saw the growth of hip hop.
You got New Orleans entering the game. You got Houston being a big factor.
When they said George Bush doesn't care about black people, that was supremely important.
Black people were seen on television begging for help, and nobody came.
In 2020, Obama put me on his summer playlist. He did need a validation of his blackness.
If you know, you know. Some people might have saw him do that and thought, oh, okay. They don't know that that was an anthem.
We got Kanye in the White House. That's powerful to me.
Hip-hop has new ideas, new language. It cannot be stopped.
So you don't have to be a political hip-hop artist to make a political statement.
This is the story of how hip-hop got the power.
Great angle. That's a great angle. You know.
But the fact of the matter is, even to this day, while we're looking at the situation with what's going on with YSL and everything else, even with somebody as much of a vulture that slipped into the industry like Tekashi and all that situation, politics and law has heavily affected what's going on and how you look at hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And the landscape of hip hop, from one, like they said, viewing the policing of hip hop. We can even go into the promotion of what subjects and what actions in hip hop come from what's going on in our current climate. Because I was recently listening to a podcast going into the Sackler family and Purdue Pharma like that, and how dangerous they were with bringing opiates into everything, and the fact of how opiates, for the most part, you had early on with heroin going into the hood during the age of the Panthers and like that, and that can even be kind of attributed to Reagan trying to fight the Panthers back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more so coke, crack, and weed in the hood. But going into the opiate epidemic, and whether it's, you know what I'm saying, going through what everybody sipping on their scissor, or whether it's everybody actually literally popping pills now, and the fentanyl and everything else going on right now, it definitely changes the landscape of how everybody presents themselves and what
the music.
It's in the music, man.
Our generation, you know, cats was, you know, we talked about it on the past episode, gin and juice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was the music. We got all our information through the music, and the same, nothing has changed. Like you said, going now to lean, these fucking, you know, perk 30s, 20s, 10s, or whatever, you know, they this is the pill generation. You know, we had weed, you know, and had dudes, you know, selling dope, selling crack, you know, back in the day. But now it's pills, you know, and lean, which is crazy. Y'all doing dope, you know.
Yeah, it's like we had drugs in the rap. Now it's drugs in the rap. No, I take it back. We had dope in rap before. Now cats got drugs.
Yeah.
Every album need to have that little fast speech at the end of it.
Like, is that a new style of rapping? Nah, he's just on them drugs. That's what that is. They put a mic in front of him and he started mumbling. You know, what's going on with him? He's trying to talk. He's having a seizure. You know?
Yeah, it's a trip, man. Cass has gone off it, man.
Definitely, man.
Cass has gone off it.
And
And
you
like I
damn
said, you
sure
got
got to be high to just to listen to it, because it's like, what the fuck is that? You know, it ain't even like I'll give it a chance. It's what is that? And what the fuck is he saying? I don't understand. And then you put auto tune on top of that. Yeah, that's all. I'm not hating. I'm trying to understand. What the fuck are you saying? You know, are you
it's
rapping or are you dying?
dog. And then everybody's sad, and it's sad because of what your intake is.
That
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, y'all gone through a lot. There's been a lot of fuck shit, but also your intake it determines how you view and how you work through this. And
Right.
folks' intake is horrible, man.
Because
It's
you know, back I want to try to go back a little bit. You know, during our day when NW, like old girl just said on there, I think that was Maxine Waters. On
Maxine.
there. Okay, yeah.
Auntie Maxine, man.
When she said, you know, people had the courage to say "fuck the police." Yeah, that was before Rodney King.
Yeah,
you know, because they were like, "This is what the shit we was talking about." Like, y'all don't know, y'all may have y'all police department, but LAPD is the biggest gang. You know, and they was preaching that shit. You know, just like in the movie, they said we got jammed up out of LAPD and we went to the studio and made the fucking song. You know, it comes from real life situations.
Pop said, the message to the leadership committee, who's the biggest gang of niggas in the city?
See? Yeah. And you know that, and then the leapfrog to Uncle Luke and that parental advisory shit. Yes. You know, it's all tied in, you know.
Yeah, man. Like we said, laws and politics.
Mm-hmm.
People have started their platforms. Was it Calvin Butts?
Calvin Butts and what was the black lady name?
C. Dolores Tucker.
There you go.
There, literally, when they running for office, they have to crushing rap CDs.
Yeah.
They you rented a bulldozer.
Bought the CD first.
A steamroller, excuse me.
Yeah, steamroller. And bought
all
CD.
these CDs.
Yeah.
Rented a steamroller.
Right.
And decided you go crush them for your little community action thing. It's wild. And you weren't talking with these people to be like, yo, what is this actually about? What are y'all on? Why are y'all saying this? Why are y'all approaching it this way?
Right.
No, is everything and everybody always right? Is the way they deliver it always right? Even with this new generation, like I said, you get people that's pilled out, you know what I'm saying, fentanyled out or whatever, and we'll sit back and we'll judge them at first, but then when you hear what they actually talk about, it's like, oh, okay, that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, but by then they either locked up or they're dead.
Yeah.
You know, by the time you realize, like, oh, dude, actually, he started off like, because, dude, I never knew that Kodak Black was like a conscious rapper when he first started. Dog, before the hair and all the tattoos and all that shit, man, I was listening to his earlier stuff and was just like, oh, he's sick. He's sick. Not, you know, not in the physical form, but like dope. I'm sorry. He got skills, and then all of a sudden you see the progression to all this other fuck shit, man. And it's like, damn, son, what happened? But yeah, he was dope when he first came out to me. But yeah.
And you get a lot of scenarios where the old school adage of this is your brain and this is your brain on drugs, man. You get folks who have a platform, who have a standpoint, that have something that they could say that's on another level, and then once all the chemical substances mix in, you know what I'm saying, you shake that formula up, and what you pour out ain't the same no more.
Yep, that part. You're not mixing it every time the right way, you know, or the same way. It's either a little bit less or a little bit more. And once in a while, you know, that codeine, it gets a little heavy on them, and you know
that message gets stepped on.
Yep. Get stepped on and cut.
Yeah. So this is Jeezy is going to be important there. Like we said, we saw Blastmaster, the teacher, in there. Got Karis one up in there. Auntie Maxine. What was it? Where's my man? I don't want to mess up anybody's names here. Bakari Kitwana. Roxanne Shante is going to be in there. Was it Davy D. Cook is in there? Grandmaster Cass got Waka Flocka, because Waka Flocka actually made a flip where he got a lot more inspiring, a lot more.
He went back to school, got his degree. Yeah, he's farming now, if I'm not mistaken. He cut
Yeah.
all that bullshit out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, I gotta explain to y'all what's cracking here.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people in the game that have a lot of game to give, but we need to get to the fact of we hit this at the end of watch the whole 2 hours, y'all. Going back to the handsome down, because besides just covering that beef, we started getting into at the end, and we're going to have another panel comes up because Jimmy Pink was bringing up the over sexualization of female MCs. Like, we don't have any spitters, all we got
Right.
is basically broads on the pole.
Mhm.
And not calling women bras, but basically that's the archetype that they're putting out there. And
Right.
like I was breaking down, it's like, nah, actually, when we're looking at the mainstream, the architect of negativity is what they're putting out there, period. I don't want the dude that's telling you to stop the violence. I want the dude that's saying he got 3,000 tools, even though that's quite likely impossible.
Right.
I want that dude. I want the dude that's going to tell you that he's smoking on his op pack. You know what I'm saying? The cat that's saying he's
It's
going to spin the
just
block.
what we
And
need
then
is more highlight, just a level playing field for all aspects of it. If you do your little perks and all that shit, if you want to be do your little sexy red, that's fine. But I'm gonna need some Rhapsodies. I'm gonna need some J. Cole's up in the limelight. I don't need just, like you said, they spin the narrative just one way. We passed that. We need to give shine to all these up and comers that are actually doing the work. Either way, as long as they're doing their thing, they're not hurting anybody. I'm with you. This is equal opportunity venue for me. But I just need diversity.
What bothers me is the fact of once will.i.am stopped doing pop anthems and went back into doing black empowerment music, next you ain't hear about the Black Eyed Peas anymore.
Yep, they were done.
You know what I'm saying? He's up there, it's like, oh, yo, black people, we need to exist in the digital space, and this is how you do it.
Kill his mic.
It's like
his mic.
Cut his mic off. Cut his mic off.
Kill his mic.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? When you have there's no reason a college graduate like Meg Thee Stallion, who has lyrics, I heard stuff from previous to this, why she can't spit and I don't have to see half her body on it. No complaints, you know what I'm saying? Ain't arguing about that, but it's the fact of when you're going into it of how come she can't,
right?
If that's what she wants to do, how come we can't have that MC that is talking some positivity? You know what I'm saying? Like, Common didn't get worse as a rapper as he got older. He got better.
Right.
How come we don't hear about what's going on with him and Pete Rock besides us talking about it?
Crazy
you know
work.
what I'm saying?
Crazy
Like,
work.
how come
Nas is on how many summers now?
Yeah,
Nas is on him and Primo's new joint that just dropped and the album's coming. Come on, man. That should be on the front page.
You know what I'm
Seriously,
saying?
that should be on the front page. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You're good. This is the type of action we want to see. We have a lot of happily married MCs out here that have no scandals involved.
Yes.
How come they can't walk around in that? Jean Grey and Quelle Chris been together for a minute, making good music together. How come we don't get to hear about them as the norm as compared to If You Know You Know? And not the J-Lo, If You Know You Know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The real.
There's more than just J and B. We got other folks in there who's been doing the work and doing, and putting out quality work for years. And like you said, putting together that, that happy united front as a black family.
Yeah,
we didn't ever show that shit, but
come on, let's go there for a second. Cube has been married for how long with no scandals, no issues? Busta Rhymes got a whole family unit and half the family got spits. Meth been married for how long? And besides his one kid that's in second generation Woo, that his daughter's out there doing his thing, how come we can't get a family record? You know what I'm saying? Like, literally,
maybe coming. Yeah, maybe coming.
But I'm saying this is the stuff they're not promoting. We have families in hip hop, not just that are all hip hoppers. Why can't we get back to that type of end of things? I don't need to hear about who cheated on who. I don't need to hear about who could shake it up on who. I don't need to hear about who got the strongest this and the strongest that, who done served up this. I don't need to hear about who spun the block on who. Yeah, we got this rap beef going on right now, and it's entertaining and cool for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's cool like that. But come on, man. Let's get back to the folks. Let's get back to the folks who's up there pushing some positivity, not just pushing P. Let the P be positivity. Let the P be positivity.
Again, watch this damn documentary, man. It's gonna be deep. You know, we lived through it, so you know we could watch it. I mean, just pretty much, you know, get a sore neck from nodding so damn much. Like, what he said. Remember so and so? Yeah, he's right on. When Blastmaster said, you know, Reagan, you know, that was his era. He ushered in crack and cocaine. You know, cocaine and crack. I'm sorry, but yeah. So,
yeah, man.
I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be dope. I'm glad they put that together, and hopefully, man, we get more documentaries like that, man. The evolution, more.
On the we've got them, but we get them on this type of platform where it's available to everybody. Everybody's on Hulu, everybody's on HBO Max, and everybody's on Netflix. Not big up on y'all because y'all checks ain't clear, but you know what I'm saying. Just putting them out there like. We need them more so than just on YouTube and Vimeo and all like that. We need them up there on the big stage that people pay for. So it's like you're invested to watch stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing when it's there and it's free, you can ignore it. But when you pay for it, it's like, let me actually find something to watch.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that also changes the production quality too.
When is that debuts on the 22nd? Yeah,
22nd.
Okay,
like
so,
I said, in between the two shows, man, that'll be there on Monday. So
beautiful.
First show will be there tomorrow, and then this one will be the day after. We might have to come back around with a reaction episode later on. We got a lot of reactions we got to do.
Yes, sir.
Get to them. We'll get to them.
We'll get to them. Ain't going nowhere. But thank you again, my brother, for another great episode, man. We smashed it again, and please like, share, subscribe. Get down in the comments. Let us know what y'all want to hear. Give us feedback of what you heard. And yeah, stay tuned in.
Definitely. Support the Schwable Room. We thank y'all, and we out. Holla.
Thanks, fam.
Peace.
Peace.